Are here, and today we are going to learn about multicellular organisms. And I want to share something with you before we really jump in. The word multi here means more than one. Think about words like multiply, multiple. They have that base here of multi, meaning more than one. So multicellular organisms, we know that an organism is a living thing, and we know that cells are in all living things. You've learned about unicellular, and uni means one. So multicellular means more than one. Today we are going to be learning about organisms that have more than one cell. Almost all single-celled organisms are microscopic, too small to be seen without a microscope. The plants, animals, and other living things you see around you are multicellular. Okay, so the things that you can see are multicellular. Plants, animals. If you can see it without a microscope, it's pretty much multicellular. A multicellular organism is made up of more than one cell. Okay, we need to know that. So unicellular has one cell, multicellular has more than one cell. Multicellular organisms are much more complex than single-celled organisms. Okay, we've got another difference between unicellular and multicellular. Multicellular is more complex. Complex or intricate. Whenever I see the word complex, it makes me think of a Rubik's Cube. Humans, dogs, fish, and trees are all multicellular. A multicellular organism is made up of different kinds of cells. The diagram below shows examples of some different cells in the human body. And we're actually going to put these cells here in our notes in just a minute. So you'll be drawing in these different types of cells. Each kind of cell does a different job. Each has a shape and structure that helps it do its job. So shape and structure help it to do its job. So there's a reason why each one of these cells is shaped the way that it is. Look at the nerve cell in the diagram above. Okay, that's right here. Much of the cell is long and thin, like a telephone wire. Okay, and you can see that most of these pieces here are very thin. Its job in the body is to send information. Okay, so the job of the nerve cell is to send information. So why, being long and thin, why would that be important? Its shape helps it send signals to other cells. So that's why they compared it to a telephone wire. So telephone wire sends information through the wires. Nerve cells send information through their wires. Groups of cells of the same type work together to perform certain functions. For example, muscle cells in your heart work together to pump blood to other cells throughout your body. We got a little wow fact here for us. The human body is made up of about 210 different types of cells. One-celled organisms, or unicellular, take in materials directly from their surroundings. They give off wastes in the same way. But in plants and animals, only surface cells can take in nutrients or give off wastes. Plants and animals must have systems for moving materials throughout their bodies. And we're actually going to pull that. So systems moving materials throughout their bodies, because that's what we'll be learning about next in science are the human body systems. A system is a group of parts that work together. Many plants have tubes that carry water and nutrients. The blood cells in your body carry oxygen and nutrients throughout tubes called blood vessels. In the next lesson, you will learn about systems of the human body. These systems carry materials and information from one part of the body to another. Other animals also have body systems. Some are very much like those in humans, and some are quite different. But they are all made up of cells. And we're going to do something similar with our notes here. I have them already drawn. I'll go through them a little bit. If I'm talking too fast here, you can simply just pause the video and get these in your notes. So in the middle of the page, I want you to write multicellular, then draw your circle around it and draw your lines. This is how we will do notes. When we are in science, we'll be taking notes this way. So multicellular. In this square, I want you to write complex, many cells. And I'll be honest with you, I tried to draw a Rubik's Cube here, and it was an absolute train wreck. And you may not believe me, especially with how awesome my artwork usually is. So I'll go ahead and show you. I tried a Rubik's Cube. It did not go well. That was my attempt at a Rubik's Cube. I'll leave it. If you can do a better one, I encourage you to do so. In the next box, I want you to write that cell systems move materials through the body. And I drew a little school bus here, because the school bus moves people around our neighborhood. And then we're going to draw the pictures. And I want you to write specific shape and structure here. Make sure you get that written in, because the shape of the nerve cell matters. The shape of these blood cells, and each cell that you're going to draw, their shape and how they're made up, their structure matters. So draw in a nerve cell, and just quickly, it looks kind of intimidating to draw, but if you just draw a line and then 1, 2, 3, draw another line, 1, 2, 3, it's pretty easy to get it drawn that way. The muscle cells you can see here, they have that like a diamond shape, but your muscles actually stick together and work to help you move, so their shape matters. And we will continue working with cells, unicellular and multicellular. Thank you.